Welcome everyone. My name is Mr. McConnelee and this is Intro to Agriculture class at Burnox Westerlo. So today we're going to talk about an age-old tradition that people have enjoyed for generations, making maple syrup. So we're starting out here in our maple bush and we're going to take you through how you collect the sap, and then we're going to walk over to the sap house and we'll walk through the process of how you boil that down and make it into syrup. So here helping me today, we're going to trade the camera right now, is Farmer Andrew.
Hello everyone.
All right, Andrew, what do you got for us today?
So right here, this is the end of a line. So what happens is the sap line uses gravity and it'll all flow down the hill from up there.
Okay, so we're looking uphill here. That line travels uphill and we're at the low end of it. Okay.
Then it comes down into this 5-gallon bucket right here where I can collect it every day. So we can take a look at the first tap here on the line.
Okay. Let's see what we got.
So this is the tap up here, and what it consists of is
You just hold that where you're comfortable and I'll
spile that goes into the tree. Okay. So this goes into the tree.
Move your fingers a little. There we go.
It has a little ball inside of there. So at night when it gets cold, the sap will get sucked back out of the lines up into the tree, and I wouldn't want that to happen because that'll take away from the sap. So this ball will roll down and it'll keep the sap from going back into the tree. So I drill the hole here.
And what size do you drill there?
It's a 5/16.
Okay.
I go into the tree about 1.5 inches for this type of tap. I can tap this in. Then the next thing I'll do is take this piece right here, which is the spout, and this goes on here, and that'll all go into the tree. This whole contraption is called a drop line.
Okay, let me see the whole drop line there. Just hold it out for me. Sure, that's the drop line, okay.
So down to your main line that runs from tree to tree, and it goes down, sap will go down here and do a T, which will take the sap from the previous tap and combine it with the sap coming down from this tap.
Okay.
And it'll flow down the line.
Excellent. So what type of trees do we tap here? What do we got?
This is called a sugar maple, commonly referred to as a hard maple. They're the same thing. They're the best for tapping because they have the highest sugar percentage.
Okay.
It's about 2% sap or sugar in this. I basically call it sweet water, and that's what will boil down. But any of the other trees, you can tap any type of maple tree, it's just going to have a lot less sugar in it. So let's take a look at the silver maple.
Okay, so we got a silver maple up here, which you could tap, but like you say, wouldn't get as much sugar out of it.
So this is the silver maple here. Notice on a tree like this, I only put 2 taps. So I usually put no more than 3 taps, no matter how big the tree is, because really, you don't really benefit anymore. You're already taking as much sap as you can. So let's talk about the size of the tree we would tap.
Okay.
So I suppose I could have tapped this one. It's still a little bit small, so about 6-8 inches in diameter. You don't want to tap anything smaller than that because it's not going to give you much sugar percentage or that much sap.
All right. All right, we're just moving uphill, following the lines here.
Let's take a look at this one.
Sure.
So this is a longer span that we have here, and what you want to be sure of that these lines are nice and tight and they don't have a real bow in the middle, because then the sap will get trapped in the middle. And also I try to avoid a lot of corners like that one right there. I try not to do that too much because that'll create bends and the sap doesn't flow as well through that. But a lot of times it's just what you have to do.
All right. Good. Well, we're ready to head over to the sap house?
Yes.
Let's do it. Lead the way. The sap house is just through the woods over here. There it is. There we got smoke coming out the chimney, steam coming out the cupola. I guess we're making some syrup in here. Let's check it out. Better knock. Alright, here we are in the sap house.
So, let me get a light on this. This is the evaporator here. The pan is 2 feet by 4 feet and holds about 5 to 10 gallons of sap.
Okay, and it's stainless steel, I see. Why would you want it to be stainless steel?
You wouldn't want it to rust at all because that can contaminate your syrup. And so this is the fire box down here.
Yeah, looks like we got a nice hot fire going on.
So we
Very
have
nice.
a bunch of fire bricks in the bottom, which will really hold the heat in and keep the wood burning. And a lot of times what I can do is if I'm boiling on Saturday, I can come back out on Sunday and just throw a piece of wood in there and it'll start going again because it stays hot if I close the door.
Okay.
Let's take a look at the draw off.
All right.
So,
Shine the light right at there. You go.
so when I start to get this down to percentage, I can test it with the hydrometer. Do you have that?
We'll do that later when we show our finishing.
But you can just start to see by the color of the syrup, it starts getting darker. If you taste it, it tastes really sweet. So I can open this valve up, just turns, and I can tilt the pan up a little bit, and then I can just put it right into a pan, and then we can put it on the finisher stove.
Okay. Let's see if you can shine that light into the pan and see if we can see anything. Maybe if you...
Right here.
A lot of steam coming off, which is the goal here, because we're trying to... Oh, there I got a view for a second. So you can see the sap, which is starting to get an amber color because we're losing water and getting more sugar, so it is starting to turn to syrup a little bit, and we're trying to boil off all that extra water. So how many... Let me tip the light away for a second. There you go. How much can you boil down? How much time does it take, I guess is what I'm asking.
So this is a 2x4 evaporator, which I said earlier. And if I have a really hot fire going, I can boil about, I don't know, 3 to 4 gallons an hour.
Okay.
Depending, so the more sap I have in here, the more it'll boil quicker. The more sap I have in there.
More surface area, I guess,
Right.
so you're getting more
So,
evaporation.
Really, I can add sap really quickly, but then once I get to the end is when it takes a while. But so the ratio is about 45 to 1. So
What does that mean?
the ratio of sap to syrup is 45 to 1, which means you boil 45 gallons of sap to get 1 gallon of syrup.
Okay. And that's about what you did last weekend, true?
Right.
All right.
And that took about 20 hours. So really most of it was finishing on the finishing stove, which takes the longest, I would say, for the amount you get done.
Well, great. So the next time we stop in with Farmer Andrew, we're going to be finishing this syrup, and we're going to be using the apparatus over on this side of the room. We're going to, yeah, thanks. We're going to actually finish it on a smaller camping stove so that we can control it a little bit more, because the fire, although very hot, is hard to control. So we'll work off of the side shelf here. But at this point, we got some time, and I'm just going to take a seat and we're gonna watch some sap boil, and the next time we check in we'll be finishing and making some sweet maple syrup. So for now, this is Mr. McConnelee at BKW Intro to Ag class.